Now, as a former police officer, one thing I can help with is protecting us from criminals. But today, Wayne Perry is also keeping you safe, this time from dodgy locksmiths. Now, this is after a warning was recently issued, wasn't it, Wayne, about rogue locksmiths, which are actually probably a little more common than we think.
Yeah, because locksmiths aren't regulated, so anybody could set up as a locksmith and you know, go and fix jobs. And we've noticed that a lot of people are being ripped off by, you know, someone coming in and, you know, especially in your hour of need when you need to get into the house. So the Master Locksmith Association have said that last year over 300 reports have come in about people being majorly overcharged, even to the point there was a lady who was quoted or paid 1,600 quid.
That's a massive amount.
She paid 600 quid to change the lock, and then she still couldn't get into the house, and they damaged all the doors in the end of it. So it's just, there's all these issues that are happening and coming around it, and that association, Master Lock Association, said that a quarter of their members, to be on in that you have to be vetted and, you know, you're qualified locksmith. A quarter of them are going out once a month to fix other people's locksmiths' mistakes. So it's a big industry that people are making a lot of money on.
You mentioned the Master Locksmith Association. Is that how you find a reputable one?
Absolutely. So go on there, and you can literally type in your postcode. So if you're locked out, go onto that website, type in your website, your email, your postcode, sorry, and then it'll bring up a list of locksmiths on there. And even on there, it'll say, contact 3 of our members and, you know, get a decent quote. And also, money-wise, who knows how much a lock check costs? They have prices on there as well. So you can look and go, OK, I know I'm locked out, or I need to change a lock or change a handle. This is how much it should cost. They do say, depending on where in the country you are as well.
OK, but what about if you don't want to get caught out, of course? So how can you spot what could be a rogue locksmith?
So, again, it's that thing of too good to be true. If they're offering prices, it's 39 quid, 49, 59 quid, you know, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. It's going to cost you more than that. If they're saying that it's, you know, they're not being upfront with the costs, so they're saying it's a low price, but then you're going to spend a lot more money because right down the line you're going to get charged a lot more. Check as well if you found them on social media. A lot of people, you know, will, you know, advertise on social media because they can get bumped up to the top, you know, and it's not, you know, you can't, they're not verified. If you do find them on social media, check out their website, make sure it talks.
Or if they've even got one.
And even if they've got one,
yeah.
And I think they should. Also, if they're asking things like paying up front, cash, they're being, you know, tricky about how you're being paid, and also not going to tell you how long the job's going to take to do. And also, simple things, like when you call them, if they ring, I think most of them are out on the job, so they'll have it on their mobile. If you're going to a third-party call centre, something's not quite right there as well.
But there will be people who are listening to this. You mentioned £1,600 and we all went, I bet there's some people who go, oh, I've done that. What if you have been scammed or used a rogue locksmith?
Yeah.
What should you do?
Report it, report it. As you always say with everything that we do, like, knowledge is key.
So who then?
So report it to your trading standards, but first go to your citizens' advice. They'll give you all the information you need to do to go to your trading standards. Gather all the information that you can. So I would go back to the Approved Locksmith, Master Lock Association, and kind of go, well, how much should it have cost? So if you're spending 1,600 quid, they're going to go, you could have bought a whole door for that, never mind just the lock. You know you've been overcharged. So
you don't know that till you don't know.
Exactly.
Don't feel stupid if that was you.
And that's the thing, you don't know until you know. Yeah. And so gather as much information. Also, maybe get them out to come and look at the lock that they've done and go, this is where it's gone wrong, so you can gather all that information. And then report it to Action Fraud England, Wales and Northern Ireland, or Police Scotland on 101.
Good advice there, Wayne. And we can't let you go because you are our handyman. Just give us some quick tips if someone does have issues with their locks and they've got some issues there. What can people do?
Yeah, so back in February, I did an item all on locks. If you can get into your door and your door is open but you've lost your key or it's broken, you can change the barrel and the cylinder. It's undoing 3 screws. So just look on iPlayer, you can catch it on there and it'll show you how to do it. If the door's sticking and it's all a bit tricky, sometimes just loosening those screws on the lock will re-level things up because your door expands and contracts with time. We talk about sometimes lubricating hinges and doors. Don't put oils inside your locks.
Why? I thought that's the perfect thing.
You'd think, oh, I'll spray some WD-40, I'll put some oil in there. What that does, any dust that gets around or blows into that lock will literally stick to that oil and make it worse. So what you need is graphite powder. Okay. It's like putting talc on something. It makes things slippy. So you dip your key into the graphite powder and use that, and it lubricates it from inside. And also, if you can see the key, you've snapped it off inside, you can buy yourself yourself some little pliers or tweezers. It's really satisfying. You can kind of, if you can hook it in there and pull it out like a splinter, you get it out. You can save yourself a big job by just buying one of these tweezers from a DIY store.
That's quite satisfying, that as well. Wayne, that's brilliant. Loads of useful advice there as ever. Thank you. Lots of information about what Wayne has just said is going to be on the Morning Live website. You can visit bbc.co.uk/Morning Live. And the date that Wayne was talking about the locks there was the 15th of February, if you want to check it out on iPlayer as well.